Hello, hello. Good morning, good morning. It might be good evening for you. Whatever it is, today is January 3rd, 2023. And the word of the day is manifestation. And I love this topic. And I want you to know straight off the bat that you have the power to be, do, and have whatever it is you want right now in this moment. And actually manifestation happens right now. So wherever you're at in your life, you have the power within you to manifest whatever it is that you want. So what is manifestation? So basically, if you've been around the manifestation world, it comes from the idea of you bring into reality everything on the 3D from the energetic world by believing, having thoughts, your energy, everything contributes to the outcome of what you're desiring to bring about, your state of consciousness. And if these words are kind of like really out there for you, just stay with me over the next year. I'm going to be talking about a lot of things that will make sense and bring into fruition what you're doing to manifest. So in the world of manifestation, they kind of simplify it and they say, ask, believe, receive. Or another one that they use is be, do, have. And so, but that's so limited because it doesn't tell you like everything in the background that it takes to bring about these things. But basically, the two things you need to focus on in the 3 points that I just made. So be, do. So you're being the person and you're taking the action that brings about the outcome, the manifestation, essentially. So, or the other one is, what is it? Be, do, have. And then the other one is ask, believe, ask, believe. So asking, believing, and receiving to me are kind of really vague because you're asking, the ask doesn't come until you have a desire in your heart. And that doesn't come, just from anywhere. It comes from you being connected to your source, your soul, and your desires are unique to you. So your manifestations are unique to you. Not every 2 people have the same desire to manifest a certain thing. So some people may want a red car. Another person prefers a black car or a white car. Whatever that car, whatever color, style is unique to each and every individual. And so that's why I would say for the highest good of all involved when I'm manifesting, for my highest good, for your highest good, and for the highest good of all involved. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about like what my process has been for manifestation way before I got into the manifestation world, because I feel that, it's not that I feel, I was already manifesting everything that I could have ever wanted in my life. I literally manifested so much in my life that I got tired of manifesting because it was just so easy for me to manifest anything that I wanted. I started to realize that there's something that I wasn't manifesting, that I was able to bring into the 3D, into my reality things, if you will, but I wasn't bringing in what my heart's deepest desire was. And that was awakening, enlightenment, and self-realization of my true identity that I came to the realization of way earlier in my life. But I wasn't in a situation where I felt strong enough to embody this knowing. So the manifestation part has always been easy for me after I came into this knowing of my true identity. And the reason why I wasn't so keen on the idea of manifesting my awakening, enlightenment, and self-realization. When I say self-realization, I'm saying self-realizing the spirit of who I am, the source of who I am, And, we have an ego and we have spirit. And so if we're manifesting from spirit, it's different than manifesting from ego. Spirit is aligned soul manifestations. These manifestations come from your heart. They fall into place very easily for you. You might have to clean up some limiting beliefs, perceptions, thoughts, ideas, energies that may be in the way of you having the outcome that you desire. However, ego-based manifestations are always hard. You don't get a visualization, you don't get a vision, you don't see the picture clearly, and things just fall apart, and there's like a lot of stress and fear around it of not being able to do it. And, this is not set in stone. This is just a general speaking of it, if you will. And maybe I can clarify on a different video or time about this. However, that's like the general concept. And so I need to give you a little bit of background about my history. Like, I don't come from a background that says that women have this oneness with God. And I come from a background where I basically was raised to be someone's property. And what happened to me was through trauma, this is not easy for me to talk about, so that's why I'm hesitating to talk and put it out there. But basically what happened to me is I had an arranged marriage, and I did not ever believe that was what I wanted. I believed in true love and, if you will, power couples, and that I did have a purpose. And it didn't really align with my culture, my family, and the reality that I was living in. And so after agreeing to this arranged marriage, I was devastated after 2 years into it. And I had no reason to live. I was in despair and I wanted to take my life. And I said, God, if you're real, and I'm shortcutting the story, but just to let you know of where I've come from and where I'm at today and why I'm teaching this. So I said, God, if you're real, you need to show up, because looking at my life from my childhood up until that point, I had no reason to live. It was just so dark and bleak. And what happened is I had an experience that lasted for approximately 9 months. I don't really keep a timestamp on it, but it was a process where it was revealed to me who I was, but not only who I was, who everyone else was in a body. And it shook me to my core, because I couldn't reconcile what I knew about my identity growing up as a Middle Eastern woman, as a girl, what society had projected onto me, I perceived as truth, what I accepted as truth, and I saw no way out. And I knew if I ran, my family would come after me, and if I stayed, I would end my life. And so when this experience came through to me, my whole perception shifted. My whole experience of life shifted. Yet I was still in an arranged marriage, and I could not expose what I had learned about my power and my identity and what was true. And there is so much that, came through that. But what I'm saying, why I'm talking about this and what I'm saying is, when you know your true identity, you are empowered and you can create the reality that you choose by free will. We are given free will. And so we can change anything at any time. with our thoughts, our beliefs, our perceptions, our feelings, our actions that we take on a daily basis. So back to manifestation. So the one thing that I hadn't manifested was the expression of self-realization and teaching others to do the same. And that has been, I came into knowing that's my purpose. I ran from it. I rejected it. I was like, no way, God, there's no way that a woman from the Middle East who was basically a slave, I lived pretty much imprisoned, and I freed myself from all of that. And I learned how to live in the world. I manifested my freedom. I manifested, my income. I manifested an education. I manifested a scholarship to go to college at my dream college. And I've manifested pretty much everything on the physical realm that I could manifest. But there was one caveat, and that is I didn't feel fulfilled. And yes, you can manifest everything on the physical world, or in the physical world, in the 3D realm. But that's only half of the equation. Manifesting your purpose and being the person that you're here to be gives you the whole gamut. It gives you the whole buffet. And that's why I created Manifestation Star, because I feel like it's an inside and outside revelation. So basically, currently, I'm manifesting the embodiment of my divinity. And my intention is to support others in manifesting the embodiment of their divinity and manifesting their deepest heart's desire. And so that's what I have to say about manifesting. And I took notes just to make sure that I covered everything, because this topic is so near and dear to me. And I love it because manifestation to me reflects your divinity. You are a co-creator with the universe, with God, and your natural ability is to create. That's who you are. It is your God-given right to create whatever it is that you desire, and from your deepest heart's desire. And why I say the deepest heart's desire is because if you're not manifesting from your deepest heart's desire, it's not in alignment with your destiny and your highest good and the highest good of all involved. And what I'm saying is you can have everything you want and feel amazing and be the amazing human being that you're here to be, doing what you love and making a great living at it. And I'm sharing this today because I'm taking you on a journey of my life's unfoldment to encourage you and inspire you as you watch me evolve and unfold into the person that I'm here to be, and to show you that it's possible that you can have it all. So tips on manifestation. So basically, if you get a manifestation, how I generally get them is through a desire. Like something will come through to me and I'm like, you know what? I want this bracelet. And so it usually comes to me in a download, a desire. And knowing whether you truly want something or not is important. Some things are, you want things because somebody else has them. But if it's not what you truly want, you're not going to have that much energy and juice behind it. But if it's truly something that you want, then you can bring it into being. So, for example, back to the bracelet. So basically, I'm manifesting a bracelet that I love, that I feel like I would love. I know I would love. And so what I do is I visualize that bracelet. I see it in my mind's eye. I picture it in my mind's eye. I see it on my wrist. I feel it. I see myself going into the store. And also what I wanted to add is when you have a desired manifestation, the money is already there. So it's not like you have to think about the money coming into fruition. It's already there. If you have a vision of something, the money's already there. It's just you aligning with that job, the money to come in through another person, a gift. It could come in through any kind of way. You just have to be open to how it's going to transpire. The desire is enough. And so generally, I feel the feeling of that bracelet being on my wrist. I see myself in the store buying the bracelet. I feel myself excited about having it. And for me, it's done. It's a done deal. And so that's just like how easy it is for me to manifest something like that. However, there's other things that I usually do a little bit work on. So what I'm trying to say is manifestation can be a process. You have to unblock whatever's in the way of it being here now, because it's already here now. It's just that like you are blocking it based on your own thoughts, beliefs, perceptions, energies that could be in the way that are not yours that you need to clear out. And once you get clear about that, you align and it just happens. It happens. And so in the process of your manifestation, though, what I wanted to say is, so like the visualizing, I went over the visualizing, appreciating. So being in a state of appreciation also is important. So one way that I appreciate, let's just take the topic of money. So, people talk about appreciation and giving thanks and stuff like that. However, I would encourage you to take it a step further. And I would say, I appreciate, not only do I appreciate this home, I appreciate this home because it keeps me safe. It keeps me warm. It keeps me in a peaceful state where I can be creative. It allows me to be myself. I love the space that I have. And that's another one that I use. I love this and that I add to my appreciations. And so I appreciate the money that I have in my bank account. Why do I appreciate the money that I have in my bank account? I appreciate the money that I have in my bank account because I can circulate financial abundance to other people. I can bless their lives. I have more to give, not only energetically, everything is energy. However, the financial note of money is energetic. So I have another way to contribute to other people's. I get to circulate money, energetic money in the universe, in my society, in my community, and that feels good. And so the more money I bring in, the more I'm able to circulate, not only to my life, but to other people's lives. And so that's the way I use appreciation, giving appreciation to keep my vibe up. And another way to keep your vibe up is being in environments and around people who keep your vibe up, who are positive, who have habits that are positive. So for example, like working out, I generally, when it's not snowing, work out at least once or twice a day. And so that is a healthy habit that keeps my energy up, that puts me in a positive vibe. I'm around people who think the same, who are conscious about their health, and they're taking action. It's not something that they just believe. They're taking action on being healthy, on improving their mood. And so there's a community that I'm surrounding myself with that's keeping me in that high vibe. Of course, taking action. So taking action. So back to the bracelet. So taking action is I have this desire for the bracelet. So taking action would be going to the store, trying on the bracelet, and buying the bracelet, right? And if I didn't have the money, so manifestation of that bracelet, let's say I was going to buy it. Let's say no one was going to gift me the bracelet and it was going to be on my accord to manifest it. So in the process of me visualizing it, feeling it, appreciating what I do have on a daily basis, and then I'm working, right? I'm going to work, I'm saving the money. That's the action part. The action part is doing what's necessary in a way that feels aligned and good to you to bring about the manifestation. So it's not just airy-fairy. There is a 3D physical world that we live in that we must take action in to bring about the manifestation. And also asking. So you can ask another person for the gift. So let's say you want a house. And maybe your parents are rich enough to buy you a house. Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever thought about like that you do not have to make the money to bring about your manifestation and that it can be a gift from another person? Most manifestations are not only co-creations between you and the universe. They're between you, the universe, and other people. So while you're manifesting whatever it is that you're manifesting into your 3D reality, other people are getting into place to support you in manifesting this reality. And so do your part and trust and have faith and take the action. At the same time, follow your intuition on how to move about in bringing forth your manifestation. I hope that this video was clear enough, and I spoke way longer than what I thought, but I have so much to talk about when it comes to manifestation and self-realization and awakening and being the person that you're here to be and having the things that you're here to have. It's all possible. I have done it. I'm doing it. And I'm on another journey to manifesting now my purpose in living color, if you will. And that's why I'm doing this video. That's why I have agreed to do 365 videos this year, because I'm stepping into my purpose and bringing about everything that my deepest heart desires. Have an amazing day. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Happy manifesting.